In his book, in 2007, Cosmopolitanism, Kwame Anthony, Appiah. Okay, I was like, is it Appiah? Asked how to take the human mind and heart, formed over long millennia of living in local troops, and equip them with ideas and institutions that will allow us to live together as the global tribe we have become. Here says multiculturalism, a shapeshifter so often designates the disease, it purports to cure. With some ambivalence, I have settled on cosmopolitanism. Its meaning is equally disputed, and celebrations of the cosmopolitan can suggest an unpleasant posture of superiority towards a punitive provincial.
Yep.
That's it.
And by the way, Avi, next time you grab a book, you might want to grab Cosmopolitanism. It is pretty good. One of the major ethicists alive today. Maybe, though, the term cosmopolitanism can be rescued. It has certainly proved a survivor. Cosmopolitanism dates at least to the Cynics of the 4th century before the Common Era, who first coined the expression cosmopolites, citizens of the cosmos. A citizen belongs to a particular polis, a city, to which they owed their loyalty. The cosmos referred to the world, not in the sense of our planet, but in the sense of the universe. Talk of cosmopolitanism signaled a rejection of the conventional view that every civilized person belonged only to one community in this world of communities. The creed was taken up and elaborated by the Stoic philosophers beginning in the 3rd century before the Common Era, and part of its appeal, I think, has always been that the cosmopolitan's conviction of the oneness of humanity echoes even St. Paul's insistence that there is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither bond nor free, there is neither male nor female, ye are all one in Christ, which is one of our favorite Pentecostal stories of all, isn't it?
Appiah continues that cosmopolitanism underwrote some of the great moral achievements of the Enlightenment, including the 1789 Declaration of the Rights of Man and Immanuel Kant's work proposing a League of Nations. In 1788, German philosopher Christoph Martin Wieland wrote this characteristic expression of the ideal. Cosmopolitans regard all people of the earth as so many branches of a single family, and the universe as a state of which they, with innumerable other rational beings, are citizens, promoting together the general laws of nature, the perfection of the whole, while each in our own fashion is busy about our own well-being. Both, that's close quote, both the universal and the particular. So on this annual meeting day, on the cusp of transition, in the midst of hope, and perhaps not just a little bit of anxiety, we wonder what helps us build this sense of generative cosmopolitanism. What is it that gets us out of our entrenched individualism? I think, and invites us into a stronger sense of community. Not just this community, but what helps us feel more connected to the entire human family? And what are the dangers of an imbalance between a complete focus on the universal or a complete focus on the particular?
You mean I get to be myself, Kelly?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
How could you?
All right, so I can come off script, y'all, because I was like, whoa, my mind. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna shift the atmosphere a bit. And we're gonna shift the atmosphere by moving our I to a we, by getting together and being an inclusive space. So we're gonna kind of get us into groups, if you will. Now, how is that possible? So if you're kind of like, how am I gonna make this happen? I want you to look at these beautiful columns. We have one there, one there, one there, one there. What I would like to do is, if you were in front of the column, I would like that group to commingle together. If you were in this column over here, then this in front, you will go ahead and do that. If you were in between the columns, y'all get to come together collectively. And if you are actually in the far back, y'all get to come together, and those individuals. So does that make sense? Can we get in those little clusters? Now, it's gonna be a big group, okay? And I know y'all got a lot of ideas, and I need us to be a little bit humanist friendly and share your ideas concisely as we answer some questions, okay? So no lectures today. But what I would like for you to do is thrive in this moment for more curiosity. We can ask you a question, which we will do, but at the same time, together you will map out your own question further to think deeply about this word, cosmopolitanism, and how it does impact our congregational and our mobilized experience in the world. So I want to offer you that. Please listen for the wisdom of your partners. You will have 10 minutes. Now y'all see why I said concise, right? This is not, even though it's the day of Pentecost for some friends, it is not Pentecost for us in our wisdom. 10 minutes. All right, collectively get together. Jacob, can I have those wonderful questions that we will be asking? What helps us escape our entrenched individualism and develop a stronger sense of community? That is number one. What helps us feel more connected to the entire human family? That's number two. And what are the dangers? Can everybody say dangers?
Danger.
All right, here we go. Stranger danger is okay here, but we're going to talk about it. What are the dangers of the imbalance between the universal and the particular? We can't flatten everybody out into what we want them to be. We got to see them as they are and they're becoming. Okay? So what are the dangers? And if you've been flattened, hopefully you can unflatten yourself today and put some air in yourself. All right, 10 minutes. Let's go. Groups.
Just say one other word. You're not trying to answer an essay here. These are prompts. These are just prompts. It's not about the right answer. It's about your curiosity and listening. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Set my timer, and I'll ring the bell when it comes up. We'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah, we will.
Look at this.
Yeah. We shall see.
See how we keep them right?
There you go.
Don't let me get that on the top.
Are they escaping? They're leaving.
No, they're finding they're doing
All right.
instructions. I love how they do it.
Look at that.
Well, look, I had to bring them to the room because I was like, we got to figure it otherwise.
Well, and we forgot them, but they even
Oh yeah, they're doing it.
they improvised.
Upstairs.
All right.
I just want to say, if you're upstairs on the balcony, thank y'all for already what you're doing. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Online community as well. Feel free to have a full chat.
I'm giving you a 2-minute warning or a 2-minute invitation to complete your thoughts. in. I'm calling us back in. You may want to resume your seats. And Jé, I see you upstairs with that microphone, so you're going to help us a little bit. We have a little time for responses, and we want to know if, not what your great idea was, but what did you hear from some of your conversation partners that resonated with you? What did you hear from your conversation partners that resonated with you? Jé's got the microphone, and you're going to come around.
I'm going to be moving and shaking. Hi, everybody. I'm up here now. I know. I'm in the upper room. So I'm actually going to head down, and I'm going to be the mover and shaker and shapeshifter, if you will, in this space. And I want to offer us the opportunity. So I'm going to come down first, and then I'm going to come back up here. Don't y'all be ashamed to lift up your hands and let me know. But I'm going to do the best that I can to get to every group. I'm going to come down to this group over here in the front. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Guess why we elected Jé to do this part?
It works very well with my ADHD.
Come on. Traveling music.
All right, what's coming up for everybody with our first question? Which was...
Or just any response that you have. We don't have to answer the questions in particular.
What came up for people? Anybody?
So much.
I love it. The need to travel, the need to read, the need to listen, right? Did I hear that correctly?
Yep. We don't want to be in an echo chamber.
We don't want to be in an echo chamber, Erica. I hear you.
Yeah.
Welcoming new people into your home.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Welcoming new people into your home.
Welcoming new people into your home. So that means I get some food? Yes. Oh, here.
I am so thankful. I've been bleached like lots of Scandinavians, but this guy here is natural. He's not bleached.
Come on, today.
Thank you, Ray.
I love it. Better give me some Clorox analogies. What came up for this group?
Jay.
Oh, who am I missing? Oh! Come on. Pardon me, beloved. Thank you.
Well, one of our friends in our group did something really brave and really cool, and that she went out to a mosque, went to a Pentecostal church, and then the third one was a temple, right? Yeah. Actually was like with friends and went into those spaces to see how those communities pray, how they assemble, what their faith means to them, and what that assembly means to them, and was able to, got to see some really cool stuff, and I imagine that was super helpful. And like, I was raised by a Christian and a Muslim, and so getting to see those different worlds is also a huge part of what makes me an empathetic person, getting to see people in that space that is theirs, doing their work and praising their way, you know?
Yep.
Nice. Thank you.
That was delicious, yeah. That's what I call a cultural humanism, if you will. I have to invite that into this space. A cultural humanism is where we actually begin to use our ability to look at others within their values. And what we have here is we get the chance to look at people's traditions, their faith, transform it into values and uplift them in a moment of hope and honor so that we can get the work done. Because that's what's important to us, getting the work done, right? And moving us there. So that's a really beautiful cultural humanist practice. And also, Kelli uplifted that word pluralism earlier.
Yes. I want to share a couple of things that have come in from online. Folks have said, seeking ways to engage meaningfully with people outside my immediate community. This impulse is what brought me to FUS in the first place. Another person says, being a musician, being in a collaborative band has always been a valuable way of finding balance between expressing individualism while always listening to and respecting the ideas of others. Yes. Someone says, if done without thought, there could be a loss of individualism, that we don't want to go all the way in one direction or all the way in the other. And a danger can be that we can ignore the differences in context and intersectionality, like second wave feminism versus third and fourth wave feminism, right? So how do we always continue to lift up intersectionality, which names both the particular and the universal? Please, up there.
Yes, I am back on the balcony. So I came up here because this group was the last group that I was with, and the conversation up here was very unique, and I will even say kind of scrumptious. So I just want to uplift two voices. This group actually particularly stated and identified that they actually come up here because they like to be alone.
All right.
Right? And that is a very powerful thing to ask people to engage when this is the space that they come to that allows for them to feel brave, right? And so to share in that, too, I did hear a few conversations around how the work in this place, in our congregational moment, is been growing because of the Love to Reads program. And that Love to Reads program has also given us the opportunity to engage with a lot of the work regarding how to serve those who do not have the ability to read or have access to literacy. That's one thing. One of the other questions that I thought was very cool and unique is that there was a question, a brave question around how do we look at or think about how many theists and non-theists come to our community and how they are in this space, and how do we create brave space for them? How do we allow for them to flourish in a space that they probably need to feel more uplifted and enlightened, not only intellectually, but in some ways engaging our community enough where they feel a spiritual surge. And that's a very unique thing, right? So how do we do that? How do we make it that inclusive? And that was from the third question that was asked, because a lot of people were concerned about the dangers. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for engaging in this experiment. Please.
All right. As a conclusion, let me read a few words from the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Quote, "Do all the problems of the world distract you? Give yourself time to learn something new and good. Stop being whirled around. Shallow people tire themselves by doing, and yet have no goal toward which to direct their movements or their thoughts. Though experiencing the mind of another would not be a happy experience, perhaps, those who do not observe the movements of their own minds must of necessity be unhappy. Always keep in mind the nature of the universe and the nature of your own nature, and how the one relates to the other, and what being a part of the entire universe means to you. Remember that no one can stop you from doing and saying those things which are your part of the universe." End quote.